Gentlemen, welcome back to the show again. Today we are talking more about the title race. My name is FM Steve, and I'm joined by football pundit Josiah. Josiah, hi, just say hi.
Hi.
We have Carissa. Carissa, hi.
Hi.
Then we have a man from Stamford Bridge. Ron, how are you?
Fine, fine. Hi.
Hi. And of course, we have party time. Giddy, how are you?
Hi guys.
Not forgetting the man from GGMU, feeling good factor. SP, how are you?
We are winning the league. Hi, everyone.
Hi, hi.
Which
Okay.
league?
Okay. Now let's talk about the London club. There was a banter going round. Of course, when you talk about the title race, let's be honest. The only London club that is pretending to be there is the team wearing white. That is Spurs. But the other two London clubs, they say London is blue, London is red. What's happening to them? I saw the banter going that it's a relay. One is giving another one the baton to carry on because of their bad performance. So let me start with Carissa. Carissa, what do you think about Chelsea and Arsenal? Do you think they still have chance of qualifying for the Champions League, or even going all the way and winning the title?
No, winning the title is out for sure. When you look at the two teams, there's a really big difference. Firstly, Chelsea have brought in very many players. I think the whole team, if you ask me, except one or two players. And for you to win a league, it's kind of difficult because you need players to gel. You need players to play against each other to train, and it's not easy when you have the sort of many new faces in the team to gel in a season. It will take a bit of time, and as much as they're winning games, it's a matter of time before they start cracking. But then, having said that, I think each and every team has their own bad moments. I think this I have said this in the past. And if you have a bad moment, the issue is how do you recover from that? And that's where experience comes in. The likes of Klopp and maybe Pep will have an edge over the rest of the team. Team managers. When you have a player coming in and then the next match is not there, is that particular player able to give as much as the first team player can give? So we've seen many challenges with COVID with us, and of course injuries. So how you balance that in terms of the playing unit, who comes in to do what, really, really, really matters. And we've seen, and that's why I think I've said here that if you ask me, the big boys in the name of Liverpool, maybe Man City, have an edge over the rest of the team. When you go back to Arsenal, this is a full season for Arteta. Arteta did very well the first six months. But again, when you're trying many things at the same time, new methods, new patterns, you get players, who will sometimes give you the best. Other players will not give you the best, and that's a challenge that most managers will face. So how again you deal with that really really matters. You've seen the formation of Arteta in each and every game. Right now he's doing back four, then two, then I think three, then one. Previously he used to do I think three at the back, then five. So it depends how you react and how you come back for each and every game. Um, in terms of players, each and every team, I think the managers have been lucky enough because when you look at maybe Chelsea, you look at when you look at Liverpool, they have that one of the best players in each and every team. But again, how you play the players in the event that you miss one player or the other players, then it depends. If the players are able to give the same as other players, then we have an advantage. And that's why the likes of Liverpool and especially Man City, I repeat, have an edge of the rest of the team. So it's a marathon. It will take time for both. I mean, for many teams to gel, to be consistent. It's not good or right to say that because a team is having a good run, that they stand a chance of winning. It's how you bounce back, and the earlier you have these bad moments, if you ask me, the better, because then it's earlier you're able. It's much earlier. You're able to recover. You're able to plan. You're able to study your opponents. You're able to learn from your mistakes, especially if you lose a game, and then you pick up from there.
Okay, Gidi, what do you have to say
Yeah,
about this London clubs? And actually, I'm seeing that the pattern looks good here. After 17 matches, they've all won 7 games. And what's happening to these teams? They are not so far away from the rest in terms of games won, because I think the team that has won most games are United and Leicester, because this is how the table looks. And you can see the London clubs, they are not that faring badly, but people are writing them off. What do you have to say about particularly the team from the bridge, Chelsea?
okay. Yeah, I think during the show you have really tried to do a good job trying to scroll to find Arsenal somewhere there. It's not from a technology perspective, it's not quite easy. But going back to Chelsea, I think Lampard is talking about him being given time to be able to get the best out of the players. Because he's saying with the transfer ban that was there last season, he did not get the correct or the time to do that. And I'm putting him with the same place as Klopp and Pep, who joined their respective clubs and they were doing a rebuilding, which supposedly is what Lampard is trying to do. But I have a question mark in that because I could see what Pep was doing. I could see his style of play, and you could see that he did not have the players to actually deliver that kind of football that he was trying. You could see how frustrated he was. I remember at some point he was beaten 4-0 by Everton. I'm now talking about Manchester City, and you could see the reaction for Pep because he knew that yes, with this kind of players, I'm not going to achieve what I'm supposed to achieve. Fast forward to the following season, he was able to get rid of the players that were there. He brought in the players that he wanted, and he actually won the league. So Lampard, I'm trying to ask myself, what is his style of play? You remember with Conte, it was 3 at the back, counter-attacking football. Yeah, he won the league with that system. We know Sarri ball, for example. What is Lampard ball? I'm struggling to find what kind of identity that Lampard has. We know all these other managers. We know Mourinho. So that's the biggest problem, because when he encounters problems, you, he cannot stick to his kind of football, which we don't know. Of course, for me, I can't sit here and say I know this is how Lampard wants to play his football. So he keeps on tinkering the formations. He keeps on um, playing players like, for example, Timo Werner up front, on the left, wherever. So that's the problem. So, and he's not experienced. He's just from Derby, and he was not able to ensure that Derby go up, which is a big task in itself. So Chelsea are suffering from inexperience of Lampard. He can't deal with that situation. You are with the kind of, and there's one question he's really avoiding. there's one point he's avoiding. 220 million pounds spent, almost a quarter of a billion pounds spent on players. He's not mentioning that fact, because if you mention that fact, you'll be found out. That's a problem with Chelsea, and until they realize that, or they give Lampard enough time for him to even establish himself as a manager, realize the kind of play that he wants to play. Now I'm talking about around 2 to 3 seasons, which I'm not sure whether Chelsea are able to afford that kind of time. So for me, Chelsea, basically, they have the personnel, look at the investment they have done. Thiago Silva. On the left, you have Chilwell. You have Mendy as the goalkeeper. You have a lot of players. Havertz, why has he not performed? You have Pulisic. You have a wealth of experiences and talent. If Lampard cannot get the best out of that, then he's not the right person for the job. So Chelsea will struggle because of Lampard. That's my opinion. When you go to Arsenal, Arsenal is now the opposite of Chelsea. Arsenal have a manager who has proven within a very small period of time that he can deliver a trophy and things like that, and he can get the best out of the players that he had. The problem with Arsenal is investment. I remember when we signed Thomas Partey, we were all excited, and we were there talking about many things, but that's just one player. Thomas Partey cannot go there and be the goalkeeper. He cannot be the defender and then the striker. He's just one person. One person cannot do the job of 11 people. When he gets injured, that's it. The team is going to suffer. So Arsenal is just a question of giving the manager the tools for him to be able to succeed, because he has demonstrated with the short period that he has, he can be able to succeed. Something that other managers, if I was to mention Ole, have not been able to succeed in terms of lifting a trophy. So for me, Arsenal need investment and need to walk away from stupid decisions. Like, for example, the decision to sign Willian was a very weird decision, because, for example, you have Smith, who is doing such a good job. You have Pepe there. You can put in Saka there. So I don't know why you need Willian, for example. That was a waste of money, which is going to cost us a lot. So such decisions are what Arsenal needs to avoid, and invest in the right players, and try to invest. Don't just sign one player and then you are there celebrating that you have signed something. One player cannot do anything. So for me, Arsenal is a question of the board supporting Arteta, because he's the right man for the job. Yes, he had that dip in form, because again, when the club has too many problems and all that, you'll find that dip is going to be there. But I agree with them. They stuck with Arteta. I think after the Burnley game, he could have been sacked, but they stuck with him. And I want to believe they stuck with him so that they can, in the summer, even in January and summer, try to improve the squad. If they don't, then it will be the same story year in, year out.